There's a country the world keeps misunderstanding, and one day, everyone will wish they paid attention sooner. Some countries announce themselves loudly. They market, they trend, they beg to be seen. And then there are countries that don't. They wait. They let the world rush past them. They let people misunderstand them. They let silence do the talking. Ethiopia is one of those countries, and history has taught us something uncomfortable. The countries that wait are usually the ones people regret ignoring. Ethiopia is not just another place on the map. It's a landscape woven into the very soul of its people, a country whose story is etched into ancient mountains and whispered on high-altitude winds. This is a nation that breathes with a different rhythm, one set by millennia, not by centuries. It's one of the very few countries in the world that was never colonized, a solitary island of independence in a continent carved up by foreign powers, while borders were redrawn around it, severing ancient connections, while identities were stripped away and replaced with foreign constructs, while entire cultures were overwritten, their languages and traditions pushed to the margins. Ethiopia remained itself. It held fast. This refusal to be erased wasn't a passive act. It was a fierce, continuous declaration of selfhood, a quiet resilience passed down through generations. And that matters more than most people realize. It means the threads of history were never truly broken. Because when a country keeps its identity intact for centuries, it develops a kind of depth that cannot be manufactured later. It's a depth you can feel in the air, see in the rituals of daily life, and taste in the communal sharing of food. It's a continuity that flows from ancient scripts to bustling modern markets, from the sacred ritual of coffee to the intricate patterns woven into cloth. You can rebuild buildings, you can modernize cities and lay down new railway lines, but you cannot recreate an unbroken identity. You cannot fabricate the quiet confidence that comes from knowing unequivocally who you are and where you come from. That is a treasure grown only in the soil of uninterrupted time. Ethiopia has that. It is a living library of human heritage, a testament to the enduring power of a people who refuse to become a footnote in someone else's history. In Ethiopia, history is not something you visit, it's something you walk through. This land is connected to the earliest evidence of human origins, ancient kingdoms older than most modern nations, one of the oldest Christian traditions on earth, deep Islamic heritage that shaped the region. When Ethiopia appears in global conversations, it's often through a narrow, predictable lens. The headlines flash with familiar words: conflict, struggle, crisis. A story told so often, it feels like the only one. But this is what the world often does to deep, ancient places. It simplifies them. It trades understanding for a single, digestible narrative. It peers through a keyhole and mistakes the sliver of light for the entire room. The world ignores complexity because complexity demands our attention, our patience. It asks us to hold competing truths in our minds at once, and in an age of instant answers, that is a difficult request. And Ethiopia is profoundly complex. It is a land of staggering natural beauty, from the soaring rooftop of Africa to the blistering heat of the Danakil Depression. It is a place where heritage isn't confined to museums. It is woven into the fabric of daily life, chanted in stone churches, and poured in the quiet ritual of a coffee ceremony. It is deeply spiritual, a mosaic of faiths coexisting for centuries. It is ancient and modern at the same time, a country where millennia-old obelisks cast their shadows on young entrepreneurs coding the future in bustling tech hubs. This is a nation building quietly, intentionally, nurturing its institutions and its people away from the glare of the headlines. It is a story of resilience, of growth that doesn't need to shout. The world doesn't always know where to place countries like this. Countries that refuse to be a single story. And so, too often, it looks away. But places that demand patience are the ones that reward it most. They don't offer easy answers. They invite you into a deeper conversation. For now, Ethiopia waits. It waits for the world to look again, but with wider eyes. Right now, Ethiopia is not trending as a travel hotspot, and that's exactly the point. Tourism is present, but quiet. Infrastructure is developing, but intentionally. Interest is growing, but below the surface. These are the signs that appear before global attention arrives. This is the phase people ignore because it doesn't look exciting yet. But every country that later becomes important passes through this exact stage. Ignored first, questioned second, celebrated last. Ethiopia does not perform for visitors. It doesn't stage its sunrises or choreograph its landscapes. Its beauty is not curated for a fleeting glance or a quick photograph. It simply is. This is a land that exists on its own terms. A vast ancient canvas painted with highlands that scrape the sky and valleys that hold the secrets of time. The air here is thin, but the history is thick, woven into the very soil. You won't find manicured viewpoints or designated photo spots. Instead, you find a profound, untamed wilderness that invites you not just to see, but to feel. Its cultures are not packaged into neat, digestible experiences. Its traditions are not explained for comfort or convenience. Here, life unfolds with a rhythm that has been passed down through generations. It's in the vibrant chaos of a local market, where commerce is a conversation. It's in the hands of an artisan, turning thread into story. It's in the quiet coexistence of faiths, a testament to a deep-rooted identity that doesn't need outside validation. This is not a place that tries to impress you in 5 seconds. It doesn't shout for your attention. Instead, it asks for something far more valuable: your patience. It asks you to slow down, to sit, to observe, to accept an invitation for coffee, not as a transaction, but as an entry into a ceremony of community and connection that can take an hour or a whole afternoon. And patience is a rare currency in today's world, a virtue often traded for instant gratification. We are conditioned to consume, to swipe, to move on. That's precisely why Ethiopia hasn't been consumed by mass tourism yet. It remains a sanctuary for the curious, a reward for the traveler willing to listen more than they speak. It offers a different kind of wealth, one measured in moments of genuine connection, not in landmarks ticked off a list. But when our collective hurriedness finally exhausts itself, when patience returns, and it always does, people will realize what they missed. They will seek out the places that waited. They will discover that the most profound journeys are not the ones that are easy, but the ones that ask for a piece of you and give back so much more in return. There's a feeling you get when a country is repositioning itself. Not loudly, not dramatically, but internally. Ethiopia feels like it's reorganizing its relationship with the world, deciding what to show, what to protect, what to keep sacred. This is not a country preparing to entertain the world. It's a country preparing to reintroduce itself. And reintroductions always take time. Years from now, people will say, "I didn't know Ethiopia was like this. I thought it was something else. I wish I had gone earlier." That sentence, "I didn't know," always arrives after the moment has passed. Because the signs were there. They always are. The world just wasn't listening. Ethiopia is not asking for attention. It never has. It's waiting for understanding. And the world does not rush to understand deep places. It circles them. It doubts them. It delays them. But when it finally arrives, it never stops talking about them.